Welcome back to a Fifth of Jack Gaming, where today we're going to be opening up 3 set boosters of Innistrad Midnight Hunt. These end up having 1 art card and 1 foil in the pack. I'd like to thank you for watching, and without further ado, let's see what we get. Cracking open the first pack. Art card. Sagara, Champion of Light by Howard Lorne. It's number 68 out of 81. Full art swamp. Voldaren Stinger costs us 1 red for a vampire warrior. It has first strike as long as it's attacking. Has a 2 or has an activated cost of 2 and a red. Gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Has a 1/1 body. Falcon Perforator costs 1 and a red for a vampire. Whenever it attacks, it deals 1 damage to a defending player. Has a 2/1 body. Might of the Old Ways costs 1 and a green for an instant. Gets +2/+2 until end of turn. It has Covenant. If we have creatures that have 3 different powers, we get to draw a card. Voldaren Ambusher costs 2 and a red. It's our first uncommon. It's a vampire archer. When it enters the battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, it deals X amount of damage to a target creature or a planeswalker, where X is the number of vampires you control. Has a 2/2 power and toughness. You gotta love that flavor text of gotcha. Man, this pack is showing all the vampires, it seems like. Stormcloak Blood Thief costs us 2 and a black. It's a vampire rogue. At the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on a target vampire you control. Has a 2/2 body. Tyrus Hauler, followed by Tyrus Hauler. That's right, 2 out of the same pack. Might as well get them both done at the same time. Has Vigilance, and it has Daybound. And then when it becomes Nightbound, you flip it over, and it becomes a Dire Strain Brawler. Has Vigilance, and is a 6/6. So, the big thing about this is that Nightbound and Daybound, once it starts, has to be followed up throughout the rest of the game. And then it also triggers off from the player that's playing its turn. So if it's player's 1 turn, the player 2 could do whatever they want, but it won't matter. To switch it from day to night, you have to play no spells. But for switch it from night to day, you have to play 2 spells. Morning Patrol costs us 2 and a white for a human soldier. Vigilance has a disturb cost of 3 and a white. Disturb is when you can end up playing it from your graveyard, and then you end up transforming it to the other side. This side has a power or toughness of a 2/3. Over on the other side, it becomes Morning Apparition. Has flying and vigilance. Is a 2/1. But if it gets dealt or goes to the graveyard, it gets exiled instead. Light Up the Night costs us X and a red. It's our rare. Light Up the Night deals X amount of damage to any target. It deals X +1 instead if that targets a creature or a planeswalker. Has a flashback cost of 3 and a red. Remove X amount of loyalty counters from among a planeswalker you control. If you cast this spell that way, X can't be 0. Our foil is a Thurban Exorcism. Costs us 1 and a white for an instant. Exile a target spirit, creature with disturb, or an enchantment. Wow, this pack's all over the place. And then we have a Famished Foragers. Costs us 3 and a red. When it enters the battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, add 3 red. Pay 2 and a red, discard a card, and draw a card. It's a 4/3 body. And the final card out of the pack is a Spider that has reach. It's a 1/2. Alright. Running away from pack 1 to the safe haven of pack 2, hopefully. let's see what we get. There's the art card. That's Lisa, the Forgotten Archangel by Dimitri Bunmark. It's number 63 out of 81. We have a Plains. Candle Trap that costs 1 white. You get an enchanted creature. An enchanted creature gets Defender. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by the enchanted creature. Has Covering. We pay 2 and a white, and we get to sacrifice it if we have Covering. And then we get to exile the enchanted creature. Stuffed Bear costs 2 for an artifact. We can pay 2. Stuffed Bear becomes a 4/4 green bear artifact creature until end of turn. Flare of Faith costs 1 and a white. It's an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's a human, instead, it gets +3/+3 and gains Indestructible until end of turn. Dryad's Revival costs 2 and a green. Return a target card from your graveyard to your hand. Has a flashback, cost of 4 and a green. Flashback means we could play it from our graveyard for the cost, but once we play it for our graveyard, we have to exile it. Brood Weaver costs 3 and a green for a spider. Reach. When it dies, we get to create a 1/2 green spider creature token with Reach. Has a 2/4 body. Birdemire costs 2 and a green for a human archer werewolf. Has Reach and Daybound. On the Daybound side, it's a 1/4. On the Nightbound side, it becomes the Wing Shredder. It has Reach still, and it's a 3/5. Tavern Brawler costs 3 and 1 red for a human warrior werewolf. It's Daybound. On the Daybound side, it's a 2/5. On the Nightbound side, it's a Tavern Smasher. Has a 6/5 body. Outland Liberator costs 1 and a green for a human werewolf. Pay 1, sacrifice it, destroy a target artifact or enchantment. On the Daybound side, it's a 2/2. On the Nightbound side, it becomes a Frenzy Trap Breaker. Pay 1, sacrifice it, and it can destroy a target artifact or enchantment. When it attacks, destroy an artifact or enchantment a defending player controls. Has a 3/3 body. Kagzik Naturalist costs a red and a green for a human werewolf. When it attacks, we add a green or a red until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as the end steps or phases ends. On the Daybound side, it's a 2/2. On the Nightbound side, other werewolves and wolves you control get +1/+1. Whenever it attacks, we end up getting a green or a red. And it also doesn't empty out at phases end or any other mana steps. It's a 3/3 body. Curse of Leeches costs 2 and a black, and it's an enchantment. As this permanent transforms into Curse of Leeches, attach it to a player. At the beginning of the enchanted player's upkeep, they lose 1 life, you gain 1 life. As on the Daybound side. Over on the Nightbound side, it becomes Leeching Lurker. It's a Leech Horror. Has Lifelink. Nightbound is a 4/4. That's our rare out of the pack. Transform card. And the Famished Foragers. It's our foil out of the pack. Nothing super special. So let's see if pack 3 could bring us some kind of nice gifts or tricks over here. Alright, our art card is an island by Evan Kagel. It's number 78 out of 81. I'm going to leave this right over here because we also have an island. of the same art. All right. So we're going to start off with a Howl of the Hunt that costs us 2 and a green for an enchantment that has flash. When Howl of the Hunt enters the battlefield, if it enchants a creature is a werewolf or a wolf, untap that creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has vigilance. And then we have a Duel for Dominance that costs us 1 and a green for an instant. Has Covering. You get to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature we control, and then we get to choose creatures to fight each other. Japanese Trapper costs us 1 white. For a human soldier that's a 0/2 body, pay 2, tap it, tap a tiger creature. Blessed Defiance costs us 1 white. For an instant, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains lifelink until end of turn. When the creature dies this turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Rise of the Ants costs us 4 and 2 green. For a sorcery, create 2 3/3 green insect creatures tokens. You gain 2 life. As a flashback, cost of 6 and 2 green. Turn to Earth costs us 1 green. It's an instant. Choose up to 3 target cards in graveyards. The owners of those cards shuffle them into their libraries. You gain 2 life. That's a flashback cost of 1 and a green. Winterthorn Blessing costs us a blue and a green. It says sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target 1 creature that you control. Tap up to 1 target creature you don't control. And that creature is untapped during its controller's untap step. It's a flashback cost of 1 and a green and a blue. Fancy Art is a Candle Grove Witch. Costs us 1 and a white. It's a 2/2. If it has Covering, it becomes has flying. Delver of Secrets costs us 1 for a human wizard. It's an uncommon. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card, and if it's an instant or sorcery card revealed this way, transform it. It's a 1/1 on that side, and then it becomes Insectal Ambition. It's a human insect. Flying is a 3/2. Then we have a Croaking Counterpart. Costs us 1, a green, and a blue. It's a sorcery. Create a token copy that's a target non-frog creature, except for it's a 1/1 green frog. There's a flashback cost of 3, a blue, and a green. Karn Cathars is our foil. So it costs us 3 and a white for a human knight. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human token. It has a 3/3 power. And then we have a wolf token. It's a 2/2. That's all the packs. What'd you think of them? Let us know down in the comments below. If you're liking the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon to be notified about any of our future content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.